Hello once again, friends and neighbors. So happy to have you here. Whether you are new to the channel or are a returning viewer, thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching my stuff. As always, I cannot do this without you. Alright? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help the channel grow. The more the channel grows, the more I can do, the more stuff I can do to entertain you. Like I've said more than once, too much fun doing this channel. I have no intention of stopping anytime soon, but knowing that people out there are enjoying what I'm doing is very satisfying. So thank you for that. All right, this one, I'm hoping I get away with uploading this, because this one's a music clip that I wanted to share with you guys. That's why I'm doing it. Harry Chapin, I've mentioned more than once, is one of my top 3 favorite artists of all time. The other two are Queen and Peter Gabriel. But Harry Chapin, I grew up on Chapin's music through my father. My father is a massive Harry Chapin fan. Chapin, for those of you who don't know, was a folk singer who really came to prominence in the 70s. He passed away in 1981. Had a heart attack while he was on his way to perform a concert, and got into a car accident. My father had the opportunity to see Chapin several times live, which I am insanely jealous of. I've listened numerous times to Chapin's studio material versus his live performances, and he was always better live. Always better live. So this clip I'm going to share with you guys is one of my favorite songs from him. This was from a 1981 concert that he did in Canada. The name of the song is Mr. Tanner. It was based on a concert review that Harry read in the New York Times. A baritone singer who, not a professional singer, but gave a performance and was skewered mercilessly in the review, in Harry's opinion. I've read the actual review. Very abrupt, very dismissive. Harry imagined what might have come before, what might have come after, created the character of Mr. Tanner. It was not the real name of the artist. And as you're listening to this, I'm not going to pause it because I don't want to interrupt the flow. I'm going to leave a link for the original video in the description here. I've always thought it was very prophetic. When you think about shows like American Idol, America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, all those talent shows, of people who come out and they've been told how good they are, and they get out and they perform, and they're not that good. You know, very easy for us to, if not ridicule, then to make fun of or at least to dismiss people like that. But it's very easy to not think about it from their point of view. And I think this song kind of presents that. Something to think about. All right. But I have seen this performance before. I will listen to Harry Chapin any chance I get. All right. So this is not so much of a reaction as it is me sharing it with you. All right. All right. I'm going to start recording now. Click. Okay. I might talk over the video a little bit. I'm not going to pause it. So, you know, if you want to check out the original video, like I said, I'll leave the link in the description. All right, here we go.
You guys are outrageous.
That's his bass player, John Wallace, aka Big John Wallace.
Mr. Tanner was a cleaner from a town in the Midwest, and of all the cleaning shops around, he'd made his the best. But he also was a baritone who sang while hanging close.
I would have loved to have seen this man.
Scales, what tales, and sang at local shows.
Would have loved to see him live.
His friends and neighbors praised the voice that poured out from his throat. They said that he should use his gift instead of cleaning coats.
Here's John.
It was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy.
I'm sorry.
And it made him feel so good, and he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how when he sang, it just made him whole.
Very hard for me not to sing along, okay? Seriously. I'm not going to apologize for it.
His friends kept working on him to try music out full time. A big debut and rave reviews, great career to climb. Finally they got to him, he would take the fling. A concert agent in New York agreed to have him sing. And there were plane tickets and phone calls, money spent to rent the hall. It took most of his savings, he would have gladly used them all. Music was his life, it was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, and it made him feel so good, and he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how when he sang, it just made him whole. The evening came, he took the stage, his voice set in a smile. In the half-filled hall, the critics sat watching on the aisle. But his concert was a blur to him, spatters of applause. He did not know how well he sang, he only heard the applause. But the critics were concerned.
Okay.
It only took 4 lines. No one could accuse them of being overkind.
The actual review is similar to this is it.
Mr. Montana, baritone of Dayton, Ohio, made his town hall debut last night. He came well prepared, but unfortunately his presentation was not up to contemporary professional standards. His voice lacks the range of tonal color necessary to make it consistently interesting. Full-time consideration of another endeavor might be in order.
Brutal. T-Von Cable on cello.
He came home to Dayton and was questioned by his friends, but he smiled and just said nothing, and he never sang again.
See?
excepting very late at night when the shop was dark and closed. He sang softly to himself as he sorted through the clothes. Music was his life, not his livelihood. It made him feel so happy, and it made him feel so good. And he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul, and he did not know how well he sang. It just made him
Man. Man, oh man, oh man.
Big John Wallace. Hello, mate.
Man, I seriously would have loved to have been able to see that man perform live. Too much talent. He was also a humanitarian. His biggest thing was efforts to fight world hunger. And I had read somewhere that all the charity efforts that he did it led to eventually We Are the World, Live Aid, that kind of thing. He was at least an inspiration for that, I think. But he had already, passed away at that point. And I read this book about Harry's life and about the behind the scenes stuff on his albums. He got a lot of scathing reviews himself. I mean, he was a bit of a Mr. Tanner, if you want to get down to it. The critics were not kind to him. He had legions of fans, but the critics weren't crazy about him. But it didn't stop him, though. There's a lesson there. But yeah, very hard for me to sit through that and not sing along out loud, I'll tell you. But I got through it, yay me. Alright, that's going to do it for this. Just something I wanted to share with you. Alright, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you like. And that'll do it. Please subscribe if you haven't. And until then, the next video, as always, please be good, be well, be safe, and be happy.